Alright. So, we're going to try out this whole live thing. For some reason my computer is not charging. Don't know. There we go. Okay. Where's my window? Wow, it's like super bright in here. Oh well. Okay. So I decided to try to do live because I'm terrible at posting videos. Not better? There, that's better. So today I'm just going to resin over this, see how this whole live thing goes. Basically what I did is this piece has, I don't know if you can even see it on here. It's kind of, oh yeah, you can, right here. See all this patchy stuff? Got it all around the edges, and then this stuff here. So I sanded it, and I'm just going to do a quick layer over it, and then we're going to see how this live comes out. Let's try it, shall we? Okay, I am not very good at talking to myself, so I apologize if I'm not a super engaged person in here. I'll get better, I promise. Okay. If you hear noise, it's probably my dog, because he likes to play a lot. Kids are all asleep, so it shouldn't be interrupted. Husband is, old man is at his mother's, so we should be quiet while I do this. We'll see. I don't think you can actually see what I'm doing, but I'm measuring out resin. So, part A. And now, part B. Okay. I need a bigger cut. Let's see. Alright. I'm quiet because I'm having to think. I'm not good at multitasking, people. And then, oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so now we have part A, part B in here, and we have to mix it. Now this is a super boring part because you gotta mix for like 5 minutes. And if I was smart, and I am, I need to set a timer because I'm not good at estimating time. And since I'm still super new at resin, I can't tell when it's exactly mixed right. Right now, it's all super cloudy, and it's got a weird feel to it, kind of like two different consistencies going together, like it should. So I'm not really good at knowing when it's exactly right. So let's see what happens, shall we? If I was live, I'd be talking to you guys and actually engaging, but I'm not. I'm recording this live to test out how it comes out on the other end, and then I'm going to post it. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, I will actually be doing live where people can leave comments and we can chit chat and all that fun stuff. But since it's the first one and I have never in my life done this, figured I should test it and see how my computer does with it, because I'm using the old computer. I don't know if it's going to handle it very well. And I also want to see how it comes out on the other side, because it was giving me, when I was testing it earlier, it was giving me all kinds of errors saying low quality, can't keep up. Don't know. So we'll see how this goes. And it's still super bright in here. Surprisingly bright. It's actually usually really dark in this room. So I'll work on lighting and cameras like this one up here. It's an old camera from, I don't know, 5 years ago when I first started working from home and doing video conferences. So I just thought I'd give it a try and see if I can still use it. And if not, I'll have to get a new one because it's the only external camera I have. We'll see how that goes. When you're mixing your resin, from what I'm learning from the fabulous ATD, Artist Till Death artists, you have to make sure you're scraping your sides and your stick to make sure there's no resin that isn't incorporating, because that can cause all kinds of issues. But like I said, I'm still new. I haven't even come across those issues yet, so I cannot speak from experience. This is more like me experimenting today. My hands cramp. I need better mixing sticks. Usually you want to have sticks that you can actually hold on to, and these are super short. They're great for acrylics though, and mixing those for pour painting, but they're not so good with the resin. As you can see, it's still kind of got a bubbliness to it. I don't think it's going to actually come out though. On the last ones, like this one, when I poured it, it was still bubbly. So I don't think it actually comes out beforehand. Oh, and I'm using Promarine tabletop epoxy, which probably isn't the greatest for this kind of application. I think you're supposed to use like an artist resin, but it was what was on Amazon, and I thought I'd just give it a whirl for starting out and experimenting. So eventually I'll get to some other resins that are more for artwork than tabletops. So see, now I would think this is long enough, but we still have a minute left. I'm a poor guesstimator of time spent. Yeah, it's looking like it's getting there. And if you can't hear me, I apologize. I'm still also figuring out the audio. I have an external microphone that I've had for a while, and it's not plugged in because I thought I'd give this a try, this camera, microphone, wherever, there it is, and see how it picks up audio. Because if it does a fine job, then I'll just keep on using it until I need to change. Also, I am in a ventilated room, so I have windows all over here and windows all over there. So please remember when you're using resin, depending on the type, stop, to be in a ventilated room, because you don't know how you're going to react to it, especially when you first start working with it. I've done this a couple times, so I know I'm not allergic to it, and I smell it a little bit, but it's not overwhelming, so just be careful. Okay, now you need some gloves and move things out of the way that you do not want to get sticky, because resin goes everywhere. Literally everywhere. So be careful. Okay, some gloves. So when I sanded this, I also wiped it down with alcohol to get the leftover residue off of it. So when you do sand, you're going to get kind of a film of dust. Just make sure you remove it before you pour on top, because it could peel off, it could not stick, and then you'll have these little dust particles in there. Not fun. All right. Since I'm just trying to cover the pits that are all over this, I'm not going to go crazy over the top with the amount that I'm putting on here. We're just going to start out, and then we're going to move it around on the canvas. Geez, sounds like I have an accent when I do that. And get it filled in here. And I'm hoping this fixes the problem. Like I said, I'm still new, so I'm learning as I go what might work and what won't. I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat is scratching at the door to get out. I fed him before I started this, and he is not liking being locked in the other room for too long. He wants to go check the other cat's food and eat her food if there's any left over. Little sneak, he's such a little pig. Okay, it looks like it's in all of the crevices. You're looking, kind of look at different angles, because you're going to see different things depending on what angle you are looking from. Like, see, I can see here from this angle that there's a little bit of a patch missing, but I couldn't see it from the other angle. The other thing is to look for bubbles that are forming. Or that need to be popped. See, it almost looks like, to me, when I look from the sides, that it's almost not filling everything in. So we'll see how this goes. I may end up having to do this again or try another experiment. That's the great thing about art. You just never know what's going to work. You don't know if, when you first start out with something, how it's going to actually end up being. I really like this piece. You can't tell. It's actually like a darkish purple. And I really like the color, so I want to make sure I can save this piece and not have it be too pocky. If not, I'll just put it up on my wall since I like it and enjoy it myself. The other thing is to get your sides. A lot of it's kind of running down. Not terribly bad, but a little bit. So it's a good thing to make sure it's evenly coating those sides. Alright, so now, no, looks like we got it. So last step is to put a little heat on it to pop the little tiny microscopic bubbles that are in there. And you want to be careful not to overheat your resin because it's going to burn really bad. And then you have all kinds of other issues and it doesn't look very nice and it stinks. So you just got to be careful not to put too much heat on one location. And keep moving it around. You can see when they pop. Like I can still see that there's some here and over here. And then you know what else I can also see? It almost looks like where the resin was before, and there's the ridge that I showed you along this side. Like it's almost making a dip where those were. And I don't necessarily think that putting more resin on it would fix that problem. I mean, I could try it, see what it does. I have a feeling it's probably just going to pull off the side. But can't hurt to try, right? See if that does it. Yeah, it's kind of actually just pulling off the side when I do that. But it looks, what's that? It looks like this has a high spot right in here. But it already looks better than it was, so far I win. I do want to set this up to dry, see how it sets. Hopefully it comes out better. I'll do a little video for you guys when it comes out from setting. That's it for right now. I might do another video later, actually live. We'll see. Still have to get gutsy enough to do that. Especially with experiments. Alright, well, let's see. Can I do this? I can do this. Alright. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later.